Hi, it's Kevin May from PhocusWire, the editor-in-chief. I'm here with Veit Blumschein, you're the founder and CEO of Lanes and Planes.
Hi.
Lanes and Planes is a great name, isn't it?
It is, thank you. We changed it lately. We started with a little bit square-sounding name called TripClick Pro.
Okay.
But that
Bit of
was
a mouthful, maybe?
Yeah, Lanes and Planes is more...
You're the second one who's been up here today, who changed their name, they shortened it as well. So I think this is an interesting one, but I'm going to ask you, what wider trends are you seeing in corporate travel at the moment?
Yeah.
First of all, generally, before we get into Lanes and Planes.
So what we're seeing, I think the space for the bigger enterprises is pretty much covered, but actually the larger market for the SMEs, which are in charge of around 70%, there is actually no service that offers an all-in-one corporate solution so far.
Okay. Which is why you're here.
Which is why we're here, yeah.
Okay. So why? Some people would disagree with you. So what is it that you think that you're doing that nobody else is doing?
Yeah. I mean, then I would ask, so what would you offer a German digital consultancy that has a travel budget of, well, let's say 150,000 euros a year, has problems with the travel expenses, with the receipt management? Where would you send them? And for bigger company, your response would probably be, yeah, for booking, they should probably go to Agencia BCD MX. If we're talking about especially expense management, it would probably be Concur, Expensify, or others. But they all have a pretty straight target to not go below 300 to 250,000 in travel budget, but you're missing all of the SMEs with that.
Yeah. So how do you, lots of SMEs would have very varied corporate travel policies. How does that work when they come to you? Do you have like a rules engine, or how does it work?
Exactly. We're a software as a service company. So no chance doing this manually or agent-based. That would totally kill our costs.
Right.
So we have a self-service setup tool. There's an onboarding manager that helps with the initial setup. But in the case in your example, you just have a very simple profile where you can invite your user. Every user has specific roles or travel policy that it's stored in his profile and with his login, and then you're set up and good to go. Okay.
And what's the kind of, how do you grow? Is it just by having more SMEs use the system, or are there other ways that you can grow? It is just a customer growth.
Yeah. So what we are experiencing, and that is probably what we're hearing a lot here, but we're experiencing a lot of demand. So demand or generating demand is nothing that we have to face. But since we're a completely digital solution, we can already spend a lot on customer acquisition costs, which is different than the others. So what we're doing is we're doing some typical direct sales outbound, but also a lot of inbound traction and inbound marketing.
Yeah. Okay. No, I wrote this down because I was curious. Rocket Trip is, which you must know. They've introduced the incentives part into that. Is that something that?
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of good players out there that have their specific segment or space. So Rocket Trip, for example, this incentive part. There are others like Expensify that are really good with the expense part. But what we're saying is, you have to cover the booking, especially in Europe or in one country first, that you can handle all the rest of it. So you have to have the booking and the invoice and maybe credit memo in one place, to then additionally add expenses, to then give the company the possibility to optimize on the gathered data like Rocket Trip. But the start is always a fully fledged booking engine.
Okay, so let's imagine we're sat here again in 2 years' time. Yeah. How many customers would you like to have by then?
So we are already having some kind of traction, but my goal in 2 years would be around about 100, but highly engaged customers and important.
100 companies.
100 companies, but across all different account sizes. So it's easy to win at 10,000, 20,000, but we also, and we have some of them already, we also want to have one with 750, with $1 million travel budget.
Okay. So then you are going up against the companies like you mentioned previously.
Yeah. But there is still something in the middle where it's still too small for them to focus on that, but we're going in this direction.
Okay, so Veit Blumschein, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck, thank you.
Yeah,
thanks ever so much.